Have you ever been really bored? Not a great feeling, you grab your phone and watch something immediately. But what if you didn't? What if you did nothing and just stay bored? And if you don't distract yourself, firstly with your phone, then with your bad habit, then even with something productive, if you stay hard, it's gonna lower the plank up until your own brain will start convincing you to go and do some hard work, because it now became the most fun and stimulating thing available. Isn't it amazing? And it always works, because our brain has to do something, but chooses only what's most fun right now, what gives most amount of energy with least amount of effort. So here's how we can use this to make the work fun and outwork literally everyone. First, we need to identify the fun things that make our work feel boring. To find these, we can draw a simple graph to visualize everything. And it is the graph of fun and importance. So here's an importance and here's fun. Like here's more fun, let's say 5. And here's -5, so it's really uncomfortable and boring. And we put our daily tasks from the most important here to the least important. So it would be like studying and we rate it. So studying is like fucking boring, it's -1. So it's like here. And then you have like self-improvement videos, which is here on 4, and you will just write self-improvement. Then you have something like gym, you kinda enjoy it, so it's kinda here. And then you got less important stuff, which is like reading and probably playing video games, like be totally honest here. So for most of us, if we were to draw a line between these activities, we would see that it is increasing, meaning the most important tasks are freaking boring, like work and studying, but self-improvement and gym and reading and playing video games, it goes increasingly. So unimportant stuff like video games is really much fun, and then of course you're not gonna do your studies when you play video games for 5 hours a day. And so no wonder we can't work as hard, because we were literally programmed to think that we need to rest and enjoy our bad habits after we do something productive. But it actually robs us from the most important things in our life as men, which is work, by making it feel freaking boring in comparison to games, to porn, to junk. Now imagine yourself being an incredibly high achiever and you got rid of all of your bad habits, you don't have any addictions, and you can just work. Your graph would likely be just flat or decreasing, meaning your work would be more fun to you and more interesting to you than actually doing like cold shower, going to the gym, reading, meditating. Your work will be the most fun part of your day, and it's absolutely amazing. And that is the point of dopamine detox, of monk mode, of getting rid of all of your bad habits, because that's where you get the most fun. Because when you actually enjoy studying, working out, or working on your business, that's where the real progress and the best possible life experience comes in. That's how you achieve your goals, how you outwork everyone, and most importantly, live the most fulfilling life as a man. So if you got this idea and mindset, just go and write that graph for yourself right now. Actionable step, go and write graph of fun and priority right now. I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay, great. So now you've identified your bad habits, your deepest enemy that hold you back, and now you should ruthlessly eliminate them. And this section of the video will actually help you with that. And I'm not gonna waste your time, so I'm gonna say this straight. If you think you're missing out on some information about bad habits, you're wrong. It's really simple and you just gotta take action. 3 things to get rid of any bad habits. First one is to change your perception of a habit. Second one is to change your personality now. And the third one is to actually stick to that personality. That's it. Let me give you some examples in real life how you can do this. So just a few weeks ago, I evaporated an addiction of a decade of my life, which was watching stupid, funny YouTube videos. It was a YouTube addiction. And what I did was I thought, well, if these videos are so stimulating that are making my work and my studying feel boring as hell, but they are most important, I don't need it. I can replace it with reading and good habits. But I must say that you will experience some drawbacks, especially in the beginning. You will want to snap back sometime. But the thing is that it's not actually you who wants to snap back, because it's your brain. For example, you decided not to fab. Yeah, it makes you feel miserable, worthless, impotent, and like depressed. So you don't fab anymore. But here you are in a few days just wanting to fab. You would just blow up from overheating, bro. if it were just you, because it is your brain that sends you these pop-ups, because it works from survival point of view. You gotta have a quick pleasure amount of dopamine so you can survive. But the good thing is that you are actually the boss of your brain, which means you gotta control it, and you can control it just by a little bit of your will. But I'm not saying like fighting against it and fighting against the urge. No, you just gotta help your brain to understand, to remind it, because it probably already forgot that, oh yeah, I said to myself that it makes me feel miserable. Yeah, and miserable is like I'm dying inside, yeah? So I don't have anymore. And your brain will be like, oh yeah, so I remember that. And like, okay. And your desire will just evaporate. I had this absolutely with my YouTube addiction, where I would work and I would get some random pop-up, oh yeah, there's like a new anime episode. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch it. And I go, wait, fuck, what? No, I don't, because I don't watch YouTube funny videos and anime anymore. And when you remind your brain about that, it goes like, ah, yeah, I remember, yeah. We don't do it. Another amazing example from my life, an amazing technique used that just sticks you to your new personality, is to think about it as a snowball. So I quit sugar a year and a half ago, and since day one, since my personality change and perception of this bad habit, the snowball starts to roll forward, and it starts to slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger with every day and every urge you put away. Like, you wanna eat sugar? Okay, sugar is bad for my health, I'm gonna die. So we don't eat sugar. And that makes the snowball even bigger. And now, maybe even after half a year, it was just so big that when I was proposed on my birthday to have some cake, I was like, I have this huge snowball, and it gives me so much willpower that I don't even have any desire for it. Like, yeah, my brain would love something sugary, but this snowball gives me just so big willpower that I just, no thank you, I don't want to. I don't want to put my good habit, my streak imaginary down. But your snowball might be sometimes shaken. For example, when you snap back in your bad habits, and it might happen, we are not gods here, your ball will not disappear. Your snowball will just get much smaller again. But now you've gained this experience, and now you can return to the same point of, I don't know, like willpower, or how do you measure bad habits? Distraction. So you get to the same point maybe instead of a month, just in a few days, or maybe a week, or maybe 2. But as long as you roll this ball forward, as long as you improve, learn from your mistakes, and get better results every single time, you will definitely get where you want to. Just think about it. I wanted to wake up at like 5 a.m. at the start, maybe a year ago. But only now, only a few days, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m. my whole life and it was so easy. I wake up at 3 a.m. I get a ton of work done, and I was just dreaming about it a year ago. It was hard, it was a pain in the ass, but I continued learning, improving every single time. And here I am. So actually the most important thing to get rid of any bad habits and achieve any results you want is just continuous learning. Improve.